The 1967 Lincoln penny, a coin that many might overlook in their daily transactions, holds a fascinating story that intertwines history, rarity, and the thrill of discovery. While its face value is merely 1 cent, certain specimens have captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts, fetching astonishing prices at auctions. In 1967, the United States Mint produced over 3 billion Lincoln pennies. This massive production was part of an effort to address coin shortages and streamline minting processes. Notably, during this period, the mint did not use mint marks, meaning all pennies from that year lacked the distinguishing letter indicating their place of origin. This absence was intended to discourage coin hoarding based on mint location. Among the vast sea of 1967 pennies, certain anomalies have emerged, making them particularly valuable. One such example is the Special Mint Set, SMS, penny. These coins were produced with a higher quality finish than regular circulation coins but were not quite proofs. An SMS penny graded SP68 Cameo, was sold for $5,581 in 2014, highlighting the premium collectors place on high-grade specimens. Errors during the minting process can also elevate a coin's value significantly. For instance, a 1967 penny with a double die error, where the coin's design appears duplicated due to a misalignment during striking, can be highly sought after. Additionally, off-center strikes, where the coin's design is not properly centered, add to the allure for collectors. The pinnacle of 1967 penny valuations is a coin that reportedly sold for an astounding $765,000. This particular penny was not just any ordinary coin, it possessed a unique combination of errors and pristine condition that made it a numismatic treasure. Such instances are exceedingly rare, but they fuel the passion of collectors who dream of discovering similar hidden gems. The journey of a coin from minting to becoming a collector's item is often unpredictable. Many 1967 pennies have passed through countless hands, used in everyday transactions, and stored in drawers or drawers. Yet, amidst these common coins, there lies the potential for extraordinary finds. It's this possibility that keeps enthusiasts meticulously examining their pocket change. Understanding the factors that contribute to a coin's value is crucial. Beyond errors and minting anomalies, the coin's condition plays a significant role. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better preservation. A 1967 penny in MS67, mint state, condition, especially with a red, RD, designation indicating original luster, can command prices upwards of $4,945. The allure of coin collecting lies not just in the potential financial gain but also in the connection to history. Each coin serves as a tangible link to the past, reflecting the era in which it was produced. The 1967 Lincoln penny, with its unique characteristics and stories, encapsulates a moment in American numismatic history that continues to captivate collectors. For those intrigued by the prospect of uncovering valuable coins, it's essential to stay informed. Numerous resources, including online platforms and collector communities, offer insights into identifying and understanding rare coins. Engaging with these communities can enhance one's knowledge and increase the chances of making a noteworthy discovery. While the 1967 Lincoln penny may seem like just another coin, its potential for rarity and value makes it a fascinating subject for collectors and enthusiasts alike. Whether it's the thrill of the hunt, the joy of discovery, or the appreciation of history, this humble penny offers a wealth of intrigue waiting to be explored. The coin that stunned the numismatic world by selling for $765,000 wasn't just a fluke, it was the result of a perfect storm. This particular 1967 Lincoln penny was struck on a bronze planchet intended for another denomination and featured an incredibly rare double die obverse. That combination alone would have made it noteworthy, but the coin's pristine red coloration and flawless surface bumped it into legendary territory. One of the factors that pushed this penny into the six-figure club was its impeccable condition. It was graded MS68 red by PCGS, the professional coin grading service. For a Lincoln cents, especially from the 1960s, Getting a coin that has survived in that condition without even the slightest blemish is nearly unheard of. It looked like it had been struck yesterday, flawless, lustrous, and crisp. The buyer who secured the coin for $765,000 at auction didn't hesitate. Why? Because they knew how few of these exist, if any others at all. Most coins from this era were circulated hard and fast. Minted in massive numbers, they were meant for everyday transactions, not preservation. So when one emerges in museum-quality condition with dramatic minting errors, collectors know it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Another point of intrigue lies in the special mint sets from 1967. Because proof coins were temporarily suspended between 1965 and 1967 due to coin hoarding concerns, the mint released special mint sets instead. These SMS coins were struck with higher pressure and polished dies, resulting in a semi-proof-like appearance. Some of these 1967 SMS Lincoln sets are now worth hundreds or even thousands if they exhibit cameo or deep cameo qualities. Die varieties are another reason 1967 pennies have gained attention. Some coins show signs of machine doubling or more valuable hub doubling. While the former is common and not highly prized, true double die coins, especially where the doubling appears in Lincoln's date or Liberty, are hot commodities. In high grades, these can cross into five-figure territory. And then we have planchet errors, where the wrong metal was used for striking the coin. In extremely rare cases, 1967 Lincoln cents were struck on foreign planchets, like those used for coins from Jamaica or the Philippines. These off-metal strikes are prized for their oddities and frequently find their way to auctions, where collectors battle for ownership. Beyond errors and varieties, there's also a resurgence in interest in red coins. The color grading of Lincoln cents, red, RD, red-brown, RB, and brown, BN, affects value dramatically. A 1967 penny graded MS67BN might sell for $100, while the same grade in RD could fetch over $4,000. Why? Because the original red tone indicates the coin has never been improperly handled or stored, no fingers, no humidity, no oxidation. This is why coin storage is so critical for collectors. The person who ended up with that $765,000 penny probably never thought it would be so valuable. Maybe they bought a few mint sets and stored them in a cool, dry place, unaware that their decision to preserve it would one day result in a small fortune. The coin market has also played a huge role in making coins like the 1967 Lincoln penny more desirable. As silver and gold become less accessible, collectors and investors turn to base metal rarities. It's no longer about just what the coin is made of, it's about scarcity, uniqueness, and condition. That's where the magic happens. YouTube channels have contributed immensely to this boom. Content creators like Couch Collectibles, Blue Ridge Silver Hound, and Treasure Town often cover 1967 pennies in their top error lists. These videos educate and inspire viewers to examine their own change. Many people are surprised to find that the coins sitting in old drawers or shoeboxes might actually be worth hundreds, or thousands. Let's talk about how these finds happen. Roll hunting has become a major trend. Collectors get bank rolls of pennies, open them up, and search for key dates, mint errors, and high-grade coins. Some of the rarest 1967 pennies have been discovered exactly this way, quietly, by someone willing to put in the time and attention. And don't forget estate sales. Many coin collectors from earlier generations built quiet, massive collections that are only now being uncovered. A pristine 1967 Lincoln cent in one of these collections might go unnoticed for years until a new owner takes the time to inspect it or get it graded. That's how coins like the $765,000 specimen sometimes resurface. In fact, PCGS and NGC have both noted an uptick in submissions of 1967 cents in recent years. Coin collectors are waking up to the potential lurking in these transitional years between 1965 and 1968. The mint was undergoing major shifts, changing alloys, halting proof production, and modifying coinage designs. All these factors contribute to rare and unusual strikes. The Lincoln penny itself is an American icon. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, it became the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. By the time 1967 rolled around, the memorial reverse had been used for nearly a decade. Collectors love these mid-century pennies not only for their look but for the stories they carry. And while it may sound strange to some, pennies have their own category of elite collectors, people who specialize only in cents. These numismatists know everything there is to know about small date versus large date varieties, the zinc versus copper wars of the 1980s, and, of course, the mysterious transitional years like 1967. There's also been recent buzz about regrading older coins. Some 1967 Lincoln pennies graded in the early 2000s might be eligible for upgrades under today's stricter grading standards. A penny once considered MS-66 red could now hit MS-67 with new, enhanced preservation standards. That difference in grade can translate to thousands of dollars in auction value. Market speculation is also pushing prices higher. As more people realize the potential return on small denomination coins, demand is skyrocketing. It's no longer uncommon to see people buying bulk lots of 1967 Lincoln cents just to hunt for rare specimens.
The 1983D Washington Quarter, minted in Denver, is a coin that has intrigued collectors and enthusiasts alike. At first glance, it may appear as just another piece of pocket change, but upon closer examination, certain specimens of this coin have fetched remarkable prices at auctions, sometimes reaching into the thousands of dollars. The Washington Quarter series began in 1932, commemorating the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Initially intended as a one-year commemorative, its popularity ensured its continuation as a regular issue. The 1983D Quarter is part of this enduring legacy, produced during a time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning and modernizing its operations. In 1983, the Denver Mint produced over 617 million quarters. Given this substantial mintage, the 1983D Quarter is generally common. However, its value isn't solely determined by the number minted but by its condition and unique characteristics. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially those graded MS-66 or higher, are notably scarce. Such high-grade specimens are challenging to find, making them particularly desirable to collectors. The absence of official mint sets in 1982 and 1983 adds another layer of intrigue. Collectors often rely on mint sets to obtain uncirculated coins, but with none produced during these years, acquiring high-quality examples of the 1983D Quarter became more challenging. This scarcity has contributed to the coin's allure and, consequently, its market value. Certain 1983D Quarters exhibit errors that further elevate their desirability. Notable among these is the spitting eagle variety, characterized by a die flaw resulting in a line extending from the eagle's beak on the reverse side. Such errors are rare and can significantly increase a coin's value. For instance, a spitting eagle quarter in MS-66 Plus grade was sold for $504 in 2018. While the standard 1983D Quarter in circulated condition might only be worth its face value, those in exceptional condition or with unique errors can command impressive prices. For example, an MS-67 graded 1983D Quarter has been known to sell for over $1,000 at auction. The grading system plays a pivotal role in determining a coin's value. Coins are assessed on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating superior condition. An MS-65 grade denotes a coin with strong luster and minimal marks, while MS-66 and above signify even finer quality. Achieving such grades is rare, especially for coins that have been in circulation. Collectors and enthusiasts often share their discoveries and insights through various platforms. For instance, a video titled 1983D Washington Quarter Dollar Worth of Fortune Revealed delves into the nuances that make certain 1983D quarters exceptionally valuable. The allure of coin collecting lies in the thrill of discovery. Everyday pocket change can sometimes yield unexpected treasures. The 1983D Washington Quarter serves as a testament to this, reminding us that history and value often reside in the most ordinary of places. The 1983D Washington Quarter might seem mundane at a glance, but behind that copper-nickel exterior lies a story packed with scarcity, error varieties, and record-breaking auction prices. This coin is a hidden gem in the world of numismatics, especially given how millions of Americans have likely handled one without realizing its potential value. The year 1983 was unique for coin production, and the Denver Mint's output has become an unexpected treasure trove for collectors willing to look closely. One of the main reasons the 1983D quarter stands out is its condition rarity. While hundreds of millions were minted, very few were preserved in mint state. The lack of mint sets from the U.S. Mint in 1982 and 1983 is a huge factor. Collectors typically rely on mint sets to obtain pristine examples, but during these years, none were officially released. That meant if you wanted an uncirculated coin, you had to get it from a bankroll or direct from circulation, which meant most were spent and worn down. So what exactly makes a 1983D quarter worth thousands of dollars? It all comes down to condition and unique traits. A regular worn example won't turn heads, but a well-preserved, high-grade MS-67 or better, with full details and no scratches, might just spark a bidding war at auction. Some of these coins have achieved eye-popping prices of over $4,000. In numismatics, rarity isn't just about quantity, it's about quality. Another fascinating detail about the 1983D quarter is its infamous spitting eagle variety. This nickname refers to a die break or die crack on the reverse of the coin, which creates the illusion of something coming from the eagle's beak. To the untrained eye, it looks like the eagle is spitting, a quirky error, but one that collectors chase like gold. These coins can sell for hundreds of dollars, sometimes more depending on the grade. The die break on the spitting eagle is caused by excessive wear or stress on the die used to strike the coins. Over time, microfractures develop and form a line from the beak to the rim or body. These small flaws give the coin character and uniqueness, two factors collectors crave. Ironically, what began as an imperfection has now become one of the most desirable features of the 1983D series. The Denver Mint itself is another reason for attention. While Philadelphia also minted quarters in 1983, the Denver specimens are often crisper and strike when found in mint state. However, due to the region's coin distribution and general wear from circulation, even Denver quarters from this year are rarely seen in top condition. This drives their value up in the collector's market. Let's talk about the grading specifics. PCGS and NGC, the two top grading agencies, have certified very few 1983D quarters in MS-67 condition. Out of the hundreds of millions minted, only a handful meet that standard. That level of rarity combined with collector demand has pushed prices to incredible highs. One famous sale reached $15,000 for an MS-67 Plus example, a jaw-dropping figure for a coin you might find in loose change. Interestingly, even circulated 1983D quarters with strong details and no major blemishes can fetch premiums if they show interesting traits. Some coins have been discovered with off-center strikes, double dies, or retained cut breaks, each a numismatic oddity that adds value. These error coins often slip past quality control unnoticed and end up in circulation. One viral video on YouTube discussed how someone found a 1983D quarter at a flea market, bought it for 25 cents, and later had it appraised for over $2,000 due to its grade and die variety. This kind of real-life treasure hunt keeps collectors motivated. The dream of finding an overlooked fortune in your coin jar is very much alive, especially with coins like this. Even professional numismatists are amazed by the 1983D quarter's rise. Initially overlooked, it didn't gain much attention until the late 2000s when grading services started to show just how few high-grade examples existed. Collectors who had stored rolls of 1983D quarters suddenly found themselves holding miniature jackpots, especially if they had kept them in original bank wrappers. There's also the coin's place in American economic history. The early 1980s were a time of inflation, recession, and metal cost concerns. The U.S. Mint was cutting costs, experimenting with new production techniques, and handling higher demands. As a result, quality sometimes dipped, which makes high-grade survivors from this era even more exceptional. A fun fact, the Washington quarter design used in 1983 was actually intended to be temporary when it was first introduced in 1932. It was supposed to be a one-year commemorative for Washington's bicentennial birth year, but its popularity kept it in circulation. Little did the public know that over 50 years later, a coin from 1983 would become a highlight of the entire series. Social media has also played a role in fueling interest in this coin. TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels regularly feature collectors showing off their 1983D quarter finds, some worth $500, others as much as $10,000. These quick clips have gone viral, making the general public more aware of the hidden value in their spare change. Beyond the spitting eagle variety, collectors have reported examples with partial collar strikes and planchet errors, rare manufacturing mishaps that occur during the minting process. These issues are rare and difficult to spot unless you know what to look for. But when you do find one, You're looking at a coin that could be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. Coin shows and conventions across the U.S. have also seen increased interest in 1983 D quarters. Dealers now keep a special section in their inventory for early 80s Washington quarters, a category that was once ignored. They've become a hot topic in the numismatic community, with collectors swapping stories of rare finds and big sales. And it's not just hobbyists driving the demand. Investment firms and rare asset managers have started including coins like the 1983 D quarter in their alternative investment portfolios. With historical significance, proven scarcity, and growing market demand, it checks all the boxes for long-term value appreciation. Some sellers have even started hoarding 1983 D quarters in hopes that prices will continue to rise. This speculative behavior is reminiscent of the 1950 D Jefferson nickel craze, where rumors of rarity turned into reality when demand overtook supply. Could the 1983 D quarter follow the same trajectory? Many believe it already is. Online marketplaces like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections regularly feature this coin, and their final sale prices speak volumes. A quick search will show raw examples listed for $20, $100, and certified high-grade coins often listed for thousands, especially when slabbed and verified by PCGS or NGC. At coin grading services, submissions of 1983 D quarters have surged. Collectors are now digging through old rolls, inspecting details under magnifying lenses, and sending promising coins in for evaluation. The hunt is on, and the 1983 D quarter has gone from a common coin to a collector's dream. Most fascinating of all, the highest recorded sale for a 1983 D Washington quarter currently sits at an eye-watering $15,862.50, sold in 2014 by Heritage Auctions.